day everyone, this is teacher Angie, and I'm going to discuss another lesson for today. But before that, may I ask you to please rise and listen to the song as our opening prayer. We come to worship you today and give you all the praise. Thank you for everything you gave. We come to apologize to you for the sins that we have done against your holy name, oh Lord. Forgive us. We pray for a teacher to be strong. May we learn our lessons, God, and use them wise in our daily life. So may your Holy Spirit guide us. Don't let us fall to bad things. Oh Lord, we pray this so to you. Pray for a teacher to be strong. May we learn our lessons, God, and use them wise in our daily lives. Oh, may your Holy Spirit guide us. Don't let us fall to bad things. We pray this all to you, our God. We pray this all to you, our God. Okay, again, good day everyone. Before you take a seat, kindly arrange your chairs properly, pick up all those litters on the floor, and fix all the things that is unnecessary and not related to our subject for today. And then, you may take your seat. Class secretary, may I ask who is absent for today? Oh, there's no absent. So for that class, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, very good. Let's start. By the way, is there anyone in this class who can tell us our previous lesson? Oh, very good. I like that retentive mind. So today, we will be moving to another lesson. But before we start, let's first have an activity. For your activity class, form 3 groups, and each groups will be given an envelope with jumbled letters inside. Your task is to arrange the letters properly, as fast as you can, and clap your hands all together as a signal that you already finished the task. Wow, you're all very good. But class, what words you got? From those words, what do you think is our lesson for today? Everybody? Very good! You may now leave your group and go to your proper seat, and let's start the discussion. Since our topic for today is all about haiku and tanaga poetry, first we need to define the two. Can anyone has an idea about haiku? How about in tanaga? Oh yes, you got it right. Now we are going to dig more things and ideas about haiku and tanaga. I will now discuss them one by one, in order for you to understand it well. Are you ready to lend me your ears? Okay, if that is so, let's move on to our discussion. Haiku. Haiku is a rhyme poetic form consisting of 17 syllables arranged in 3 lines of 5, 7, 5 syllables respectively. The haiku poetry first emerged in Japanese literature during the 17th century as a terse reaction to elaborate poetic traditions, though it did not become known by the name haiku until the 19th century. It could be about anything, but commonly haiku poetry talks about nature, everything in the surrounding, everything you see, the green plants, the sea, the sun, everything in the surrounding. I have here some example for you to see. For our first example, here is butterflies are cool in the big, huge green forest. They fly up so high. Number 2, the tree shape I blew from a little drop of paint looks like a dancer. Okay class, I want you to examine the examples that posted or showed in your screen. What have you noticed? Anyone from the class? Okay, you got it right. The examples I've showed to you are unrhymed and it has 5 syllables on the first line, 7 syllables on the second line, and the last line, 5 syllables. Like the definition I've showed to you or I explained to you a while ago. So I think we can move on to TANAGA. And what is TANAGA, class? Anyone from the class who has an idea about TANAGA? If none, then I'll explain to you what is TANAGA. It is a Filipino equivalent to haiku of Japanese. It consists of 4 lines with 7 syllables each and has the same rhyme in the end of each lines. That is to say that a 7-7-7-7 syllabic verse with an A rhyme scheme. It could be about anything, and I have here some examples for you to see. As you can see, class, the examples are in Filipino language because, like what I've said to you a while ago, TANAGA is a Filipino equivalent for haiku. So let's read this. Ang hating gabing kulay, tulad ng aking buhay, kailan magkakatunay ang pag-ibig na tunay? For example number 2, here it is. Ikaw lang walang iba, ikaw lang nakikita, ng aking mga mata sinta, sana'y maniwala ka. So, what have you observed about the examples I've showed you? Anyone from the class? Okay, that's right. It is composed of 4 lines with a rhyme scheme of A, and it has 7 syllables each lines, like the definition I told you a while ago. So, at this moment, class, you already knew about haiku and its characteristics, as well as TANAGA and its characteristics too. Is there someone who has a question or clarification? How about blood reaction? Please raise your hand. Oh, if none, then let's see how much you learned about our lesson. I prepared an activity for you to accomplish, and I want you to finish this activity for only 5 minutes. In one whole sheet of paper, so class, get your paper now. Create your own haiku and TANAGA. Is the instruction clear, class? Okay, if that is so, then you may start. Time's up for the activity. Please pass your paper. From our discussion and your activity, class, can someone tell me what have you learned? Anyone from the class? Okay, that is right. There are other types of poetry, like our lesson, haiku and TANAGA, and they are short poetry. How about the other? Another hand, please. Yes, it's true. Haiku and TANAGA is short poetries, but they are valuable to learn. Isn't it, class? But why do you think it is valuable to learn? Do you have any idea? Excellent answer! Yes, this poetry are a form of art and literature that helps others to convey their message through a poem. It is also part of our history. Haiku for Japanese and TANAGA for Filipinos. Aside from this, these two also help to create a disciplined author where they were practiced to create a poetry bounded with rules of only limited syllables and lines, as well as patterns. With that, these two are good examples of expressing our thoughts in an artistic way. May you always remember that those rules, when always followed, makes haiku and TANAGA beautiful like you. When you follow rules and listen to the advices of the elders, your parents, you grow beautiful and successful. I think you learned a lot for today's discussion, so I prepare another activity for you to accomplish, and I want you to finish again it for only 5 minutes. In a one whole sheet of paper, compare and contrast haiku and TANAGA using Venn diagram. Is my instruction clear, class? Okay, if that is so, then you may start now. Class, time's up for the activity. Please pass your paper. Okay, have you enjoyed our activity, our lesson, and our discussion for the day? Okay, very good. Then if that is so, here is your assignment. Let me read. In one whole sheet of paper, browse the internet and look what is a free verse poetry and its characteristics. Pass your assignment tomorrow at exactly 9 a.m. Is that clear, class? Okay, if that is so, then I think we can call it a day. Class dismissed. Thank you and goodbye.